Hello and welcome. Nanonood na naman kayo ng isang episode ng Rappler Recap kung saan kami mga Rappler reporters ay ikwekwento sa inyo kung anong amin na-cover ngayong araw. Today we covered the House Good Government and Public Accountability hearing on Michael Yang, Pharmally, and everything DOH, the purchases. I'm Rambo Talabong, Rappler's congressional reporter. I'm with Sofia Toma Cruz, our health reporter, and our budget reporter, Aika Ray. We will be talking to you about what happened today. Mabilis lang yung hearing from 10 a.m. up until 2 p.m. today. Well, I mean, oras pa rin yun. Ilang oras pa rin yun, but we will try to condense it as much as possible. Nag-notes kami at ikikwento namin kung ano mahalaga. Kung may questions man kayo, you can comment and ask us. We see it here and we will try to respond as soon as we can. Okay, first is me. I'm going to explain what I found out from the hearing. I've been covering the hearings for the past 3 weeks, as in nakatatlo ng hearing ata ang House Good Government and Public Accountability panel, and it's pretty much the same line of questioning as before. The House is countering the narrative of the Senate. Kasi sa Senado, kung napapansin nyo, talagang very critical ang Senado sa Duterte government. Meron sila mga suspicions about the transactions, bakit hindi nag-apply ng due diligence, bakit hindi maayos yung procurement, parang meron possibility of overpricing. But on the other hand, for the House, it's more of cleaning that up. The House is trying to clarify everything. And the biggest revelation last week from the Senate is the alleged changing of the manufacture dates and effectively the expiration dates of the face masks that the DOH used. So yung mga face masks daw, nakita ng nakakuha ng footage ang Senado tapos nag-confirm ang isang Pharmally executive na pinapalitan daw yung manufacture dates and maaaring expired na yung face shields na ginamit ng ating mga healthcare workers at kahit ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino. Ang ginawa ngayon ng House of Representatives ng panel ay syempre sinundot nila tong issue na to. Una, ang unang tanong nila, is it possible that face masks can actually expire? Maaari ba mag-expire ang face mask? Siyempre, unang iisipin, di ba, plastic siya. Bakit mag-expire ang plastic ng face mask? Pero tinanong ito kay Department of Health Secretary Francisco Duque III at in-explain naman niya na maayos na hindi yung buong face mask, hindi yung buong plastic, hindi lahat yan nag-expire. Pero yung styrofoam. Kung napapansin nyo kasi sa mga face mask na binibili ng gobyerno at saka marami ring mga tipong face mask na merong styrofoam dito sa may noo para mas maayos, mas komportable, mas maayos yung pagkakapatong sa ulo ng mga tao. Yun daw nag-expire within 36 months. So that's 3 years. At maaaring mag-expire ito, hindi ito nasabi ni Secretary Duque, pero ano man yung mga chemical reaction na pwede mangyari kung expired siya. At ito siguro yung tinanong din ng isa sa mga representatives doon, si Representative Johnny Pimentel, kung maayos bang nagamit lahat ng face shield. Kasi mahalaga naman daw ay nagamit pa rin siya sa pandemya. Ang sabi ng Department of Health, nagamit naman daw lahat ng face shield. At dito lumabas yung ating controversial quote of the day ni Representative Michael Aglipay, ang chairman ng committee. Tinanong niya, may namatay ba dito sa mga face shields na to? Meron ba nagkasakit dito sa mga face shield na to? At sinabi naman ng DOH na wala sila natanggap na reklamo tungkol sa mga face shield na to. At ang sabi ni Representative Pimentel, kung walang problema, kung nagamit naman pala lahat, bakit may pagrereklamo pa? Pero siyempre dito sa line of questioning ng House, hindi pa rin ito napag-uusapan yung contentious at saka kailangan pa rin tuhugin ng mga issues tungkol sa pagkakakuha ng face shield tulad ng mabilis ang pagbili nito at ang maaaring masyadong mataas na pagbili dito at syempre ang conflict of interest ng mga tao na maaaring nag-facilitate nito tulad ni na Michael Yang, mga tao sa Pharmally. Hindi ito binabanggit ng ng ating mga representante sa House of Representatives. At mas nag-focus talaga sila kung nagamit naman pala na maayos itong mga face shield, bakit meron pa rin tayong problema? At ito rin yung siguro itatanong sa susunod tungkol sa face shield. Ito yung update ko. Kasunod na mag-explain para sa atin ay si Sofia.
Right. So, parang in continuation din ng line of questioning that the lawmakers pursued, aside from yung face shield, yung next na issue na na-raise ng ibang lawmakers was on the another revelation sa Senate that there were some inspection reports prepared by officials before actual delivery of said item. So sa normal proseso ng government, parang yung dapat mauna ay yung delivery kasi wala namang items na may inspect if there's no delivery made. But in the Senate, lawmakers there were able to extract from a former PSDBM official that there were at least 2 occasions where inspection reports were prepared before actual delivery. So yung line of questioning sa Senate ay parang So, posible ba na may advance payment na bawal din under government processes? Nag-concede naman yung former PSDBM official dun na, yeah, it's possible. In the House, when talking about that issue, the line of questioning that lawmakers pursued was, so were ghost deliveries made? If there were inspection reports prepared before actual delivery? So that's a separate issue altogether. And the former PSDBM official said that no, everything was accounted for. Pero nag-stop short sila din dun. So in the same way that there were questions that weren't answered in other issues, it's the same thing that applied to the issue of inspection reports. They didn't go further anymore and ask um, for ask other questions related to that matter. So, um, in a way, it was also an attempt to, yeah, continue with that line of questioning and clearing up confusing statements brought up by uh, officials in the Senate hearing. And then another issue na na-raise ulit after yung issue of inspection reports was the issue of uh, Pharmally officials buying luxury cars after they had started to bag contracts from the government. So, na-raise naman itong issue ni Senator Gordon sa Senate hearing because he found it questionable the timing at which these during which these luxury cars were bought by Pharmally officials. And it's not just one car, but like two Porsches and a Lamborghini and a Lexus. So very expensive cars. And um, they gave the mic to Mohit Dargani, Pharmally's corporate secretary, who basically just answered that he wanted to buy the cars under a buy and sell scheme. Like he wanted to buy them and then sell them at another cost and make money from that as well. So he was explaining to lawmakers that it's a common um endeavor. And again, lawmakers um stop short of asking any more questions on that issue, and it immediately moved on to another issue. And interestingly, there was one question that was raised by Deputy Speaker Eddie Villanueva. So he was saying that he was dismayed that he was reading on social media that there were reports na parang mora-mora lang daw yung hearing sa House. It's all scripted. Um, like exactly what Rambo said. It's only they're taking their cue from the Duterte government who is very much combative towards this hearing by the Senate. And he wanted to ask about findings supposedly from the COA report submitted to the House committee, which basically indicated that out of the 47 billion that was transferred from the DOH to the DBM in both 2020 and 2021, there was about 14 billion worth of transactions that have yet to be delivered. But unfortunately, this remained a hanging question because on the COA's part, sabi ni Chairman Mike Aguinaldo na under review yung latest update report of DOH. And then on the DOH's side, they weren't able to readily give details, and Villanueva wanted details. What happened to these transactions? Where are they now? And what does it mean for the money that's already been transferred for that? Pero unfortunately, yun nga, hindi sila ready with the details, and they asked if they can just submit a report. So hopefully, we want this to be another issue that will be tackled in the next hearing because it's another important question that's being raised by some lawmakers who want to also give people the impression that it's not all scripted in the House and that there are some questions that they want to raise. Tas si Aika din may mga updates.
Yeah. So, susugan ko lang yung sinabi ni Rambo kanina, no, na parang it feels like, when you listen to the hearing, it feels like the lawmakers were actually taking cue, no, from the lines of the Duterte administration, ganyan. And you will see that sa simula pa lang nung hearing, kasi at least si Deputy Speaker Marcoleta, naririnig natin na inaatake niya in a way, base sa kanyang pagtatanong si tax expert si Mon Abrea at saka ang GPPB sa line of questioning niya. So, ano bang nangyari doon, no? Basically, during the Senate hearing, si Mr. Abrea pinresent niya yung kanyang findings in a way dun sa financial statements ng Pharmally. Ngayon, throughout the hearing, naririnig dun nung tinatanong ng mga congressman, parang ethical daw ba yung ginawa niya na parang titignan yung financial statements na inaudit ng ibang auditor. So sinasabi niya na hindi naman niya ine-evaluate yung inaudit ng auditor, no? It's just merely stating facts. And meron ding mga question, no, na parang sinasabi kasi at one point parang si Deputy Speaker Marcoleta asked na parang kung ikaw ba kailangan mo na nung gamit, magdadalawang isip ka pa ba kung saan mo bibilin yun? But ang pinupunto lang naman ni Mr. Abrea ay due diligence, di ba? And at some point during the hearing also, parang sinasabi nila na parang yun daw kasi ang sa mata ng isang CPA. Yun ang sinasabi nila. But you'd get this feeling na parang they're just looking for loopholes or at least covering some of the tracks. Kasi even during the start of the hearing, na-mention din yung tungkol sa procurement process, no? And this is somehow notable for me when Deputy Speaker Marcoleta asked na parang basically asking GPPB na parang who are you to reverse the wisdom of Congress to basically doing away with the procurement law. Kasi nga, ang pinupunta nila, and even si former DBM Undersecretary Lloyd Christopher Lau, na whatever they did, it was during the implementation of Bayanihan 1 already, that essentially, yun nga, yung mga procurement requirements, hindi na yun ang parang required. Like, for example, itong ang matagal nang nababanggit even during the Senate hearings na parang itong net financial capacity, NFCC, tsaka yung single largest SLCC na parang contracts naman na with government. So, but then, I think medyo nakalimutan lang, no? Kasi even during the hearing, during the Senate probe, merong nakitang internal document, no, ang Senado, na basically, PSDBM requested na formally, they may be able to submit yung tungkol sa NFCC nila. Pero hindi siya required, no? So parang nandun medyo yung gray area because of the Bayanihan 1 law nga, no? And then, meron pang isang importanteng konteksto din na hindi rin siya na follow up in a way sa House, yung tungkol dun sa internal audit na in-order ni resigned DBM Secretary Wendell Avisado na naglalabas, no, base sa kanilang internal audit na ang Pharmally consistently delayed sa kanilang deliveries at sobrang delay, so much so na nag-incur na siya ng liquidated damages. Ibig sabihin nun, dahil sa sobrang delayed nila, kailangan na nilang magbayad sa gobyerno dahil nga delayed itong mga na-deliver nila. So yun yung isa sa mga parang questions nila during the House probe. Dahil nga sinasabi, ang feel mo na iginigiit na wala dapat problema kasi covered yan ng Bayanihan Law. Parang regardless of kung ano man yung naging, parang sinasabi na hindi siya questionable kung tutuusin dahil nga pasok siya sa Bayanihan Law. Which begs the question, kailangan din natin itong tingnan sa mga susunod na Senate or House hearing kung ano ba talaga, no, ang naging epekto ng ganitong klaseng batas na ipinasa. Dahil nga, hindi lang naman siya parang hindi lang siya yung parang usual na para sabihin mo, basta nakabili. Dahil yun yung lumalabas sa House hearing ito na basta nakabili, di na mahalaga kung, parang hindi na mahalaga kung tama ba yung pagkabili o expired ba yung binili or magiging masama ba yung epekto ng mga biniling bagay nito dahil yun nga, yun yung kailangan nating tignan. No? Yung epekto rin ng Bayanihan Law na pinasa sa isang araw lamang ng House and Congress. So yun, we will see kung ano yung mga susunod na mangyayari in both chambers. At least sa House, ang susunod na hearing ay sa October 4. And we see na parang kanilang isinabina na rin, no, itong si Pharmally employee si Crisel Mago, na siya ngang nagsabi, no, na talagang nagsirindal daw sila sa government. But you know, even during the hearing, syempre, tinanong nila si Mr. Dargani, ang sabi niya lang, hindi po namin, hindi po kami nag-swindle sa government. But we will see kung ano yung mangyayari sa mga susunod na araw given that they will subpoena her. And even though hindi siya makontak ngayon ng Senado, abangan natin kung ano yung mga susunod na mangyayari. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. I am Aika Ray. And I'm joined with yeah.
Cruz, and
I'm Ramo Talabong covering Congress.
see you
Thanks
next
so
time.
much.
Thank you for watching.